Good morning and welcome to the Monday 14th of February Smart Financial Planning Review of the Weekend Papers. A couple of things this week. It looks increasingly likely that the VAT rate is going to be increased to 20% over the next election. This is not a great surprise. The increase from 17.5% to 20% is expected to generate something between 12 and 13 billion pounds worth of additional revenue, and it's historically been seen to be easy revenue to take, because it's only revenue when people actually choose to spend their money, as opposed to income tax or national insurance, which would be taken before you even had the ability to save your money. So I think that's an absolute nailed-on certainty. What there's been less talk about is any potential increases in the capital gains tax, and I am absolutely certain that capital gains tax will be increased after the next election. So if there's anything that you'll be looking to dispose of over the next few months, I would very much encourage you to get the process going, make plans to do it sooner rather than later, because the 18% rate that we have at the moment is completely incompatible with a VAT rate of 20%, with a basic rate of income tax of 20%, a higher rate of 40% and a super rate of 50%. So I would very much cash those chips in now and take advantage of paying tax at the lowest rate. The other thing that caught my attention, and it always happens at this time of the year, is the ISA season nonsense. This is where the talking heads of the investment industry describe to you what they think you should be investing your money in. Now, if you've followed our smart TV updates in the past, you will by now probably understand that I don't have much regard for these people and don't think very much of their recommendations, and I'm absolutely certain that if in general you follow them, you will end up probably worse off than if you hadn't done anything at all, because of the rationale that they take to what they recommend. And there's two fabulous examples this week in the Sunday Times. Justin Urquhart-Stewart, who's a high-profile stockbroker, the marketing director of a company called 7IM, generally seen as a really good guy, has made a couple of recommendations. And these are as follows. He recommends the Scottish Mortgage Investment Trust, or the JP Morgan Overseas Investment Trust. The Scottish Mortgage Investment Trust is up 45% in the last year, and the JP Morgan fund is up 55% in the last year. I don't know about you, but something that's up 45% and 55% in the last year suggests to me that the magic return has been, and that somebody else has got it. It suggests to me that the probability is that you guys are going to be the suckers that provide the money to let the people who've invested over the last year get out and capitalise their profits. So if ever you were looking for an example of something not to invest in, the thing that's been the best performer over the last year is the place to run a mile from, because you can be absolutely certain it's not going to do the same again this year. As you're probably all aware, we believe very much in a long-term diversified portfolio of funds. We would not ever be in a position of picking one random fund to recommend to the marketplace in order to put it into a newspaper. We wouldn't pick two, and we certainly wouldn't get our pen and paper out and try and discover what the best performing one had been over the last year and recommend that, because that is absolutely a recipe for disaster. If you want to make ISA savings, and I would encourage you to do so, and if you've read our newsletter, we're bringing to your attention the fact that if you're over 50 you can do £10,200 into an ISA before the end of the tax year, and for everybody after the start of the 2010-2011 tax year, they can do £10,200 into their ISA. I would recommend that you apply a sensible approach, that you look at the risk you're prepared to take with your investments, you look at the rest of the investments that you already have in place, and you make sensible long-term investments based upon that. You do not run around trying to work out where was the best place to be last year and get involved with that kind of fund. That's us for this week. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.